Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you guys are here. Today, we are going to take apart our Divo Best Tech OEM Buzz. It's on bearings right now. I think that these 5mm thick washers are going to be the same size. So for science, I was going to take this guy apart and try to put Skiff thick washers in it. Before I get started, I want to say thank you to all the channel members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for anyone who's come in to find my knife, my EDC content, my disassembly videos. I appreciate you. If you're so inclined and you haven't had a chance yet, if you'd hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon, it would really help me out. So I think all we're going to need is a T8 here in my Goodskrew Driver. I'm going to start with the pocket clip. I know this is one's kind of a little tricky to get out. There we go. And I'm going to go body screw 1. I need to get my Skiff finger bit in case one of these body screws slips on me. Alright, now let's go for the pivot. Pivot Divo goes to the back of the knife. Now guys, I don't know how this is going to work. The last 3 knives, I've done a hinderer, which was no surprise. I did my J-cape, which I'd heard people had done before. And then I actually did my Civivi Baby Banter. And the Civivi Baby Banter's one I did not know what to expect on. Get this liner to pop out. It's got this D-shaped pivot, so it is a little temperamental. Which is to be expected. There we go. All right. So what we have got, we're going to clean this up. We're going to take off our skiffs. Just like so. And I think I'm going to take a cleaning cloth and clean this thing up, but I believe that our washers are going to be the same size as these bearings. And the reason they're called thick washers is they're designed to go where a bearing was, right? So I have found, surprised to find, but have found that most washer knives that I've set up have run much, much, much smoother than I would have anticipated. I'm going to get my rust eraser, and this is overkill, but I see just a little bit of brown back here by this pivot. So while I've got it apart, I'm going to rub it back here on this flat with the grain, just to get any surface oxidation off of there. I didn't see any on this side, but I'll rub it. And then I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to clean up my blade for one, but I'm also going to put just a tad of Wicked Wax on it. This pivot's got rust eraser in it now, so I want to make sure I don't leave any debris in there, especially since I'm going with washers. I'm going to thread a little cleaning cloth here, and I'm going to pull it through here. I'm just going to clean that out. Just clean it real good. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit of Wicked Wax and I'm going to treat this area back here. Excuse me, guys. Rub this stuff in and rub it out before I reassemble it. Let it kind of get in those grooves. There we go. And then I'll take my my little cloths here. Get all that wax out. Do a little of that. Alright, so I got my blade cleaned up. I'm going to clean up my pivot. I'll put that back on, but my pivot's going to have to move this way, like so. So the first thing I want to do is just clean the crap off the pivot, which would have been oil. And clean this excess oil off the inside of this pivot, or this scale. Because we're not going to be running oil, we're going to run a little grease if our experiment works. Alright, so we're going to start with our slicker ball. I say that, I should start by checking my be a 5mm by 1/16. $5mm by 1/16. Whoops. Alright guys, I think we are good to go. So I'm going to take more slicker ball that I need. I'm going to apply a little bit to this washer. Just a little bead of it. And I'm going to take a little slicker ball and I'm going to put it on the outside of my pivot so it can work in. I'm going to drop my skiff down there. I'm going to add a little bit more slicker ball, like make a slicker ball sandwich. These tolerances are very tight, which is good. Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit of Slickable, put my D-tip ball there, and I'm going to let the tip follow this groove. And put it on the blade, just a little bead. Now, I'm going to take my other washer, thick washer, drop it into place. I'm going to use a little more of Justin, ODC for EDC Slick'em-All. I will leave a link to this in the description to Justin's site. I use it on all my washer knives. It lasts forever. Alright. Now I'm going to put just a little bit on my D-tip ball. Again, guys, don't do as I do. I'm an overkill guy, which is not always desirable to be an overkill guy, but I've always done it. Alright, so this is the tricky part. And we got it. We got it snapped together. I want that lanyard pin in the other side, because I knew that was going to be a bear. Nope, I got it. Alright. So, start with my pivot. Always go backwards so I don't cross thread it. Get it. And when I get it good and set straight, I will tighten that down lightly. Get my body screw. Tighten that down lightly. Get that body screw. And tighten it down. And then I'm going to get my clip. I think the best way to do this, if I'm not mistaken, is my trick in the past has always been to get that screw barely started and see if I can get this. That's not going to work here, so I need to back it out, set the head through like so, line that up. This is kind of the tricky part. The wire clips are great and they're not hard to install. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. They're not. It's just that they're finicky, I guess is the right word. You got to kind of get them down in their groove like that. Now I've got it down. Now I can tighten it up. And it'll hold both sides. It's a reversible clip. I do like to tighten up my clip. I don't want it falling off. I'm going to tighten up my pivot all the way. It shouldn't close. It doesn't. So now I'm going to relieve just a little bit on that pivot. Still way too tight, but it'll break in. No side to side. I can flick it open. Perfectly centered. Let's see. Because once I get it set, it's just a matter of working in those washers. Right now, it's not drop shut, but if I continue to flip it, it will be. There's absolutely no play in this blade now. I could back off just a hair more. So again, washers are not designed to make your knife more drop shutty. What they are designed to do is to keep gradue, keep debris out of your skiff bearings or your standard bearings, so you don't have as many voids for dust and debris to get into if you work in a steel shop or something like that. I'm going to run my buzz on washers just to see how it treats me, because I do like my striders, my hinderers that I put on washers. There's something that just makes the knife feel totally different. And over time, like when I carry this tonight and I use it quite a bit, it'll only get smoother and smoother as that slick-em-all breaks in, as those washers smooth up and form a track on themselves. Because keep in mind, right now it's just a sandwich of phosphorus bronze and slick-em-all. But yeah, guys, don't think I can still front flip it successfully. I'd have to loosen it up a little bit more. I can. But that is something you wouldn't expect to see. That is your Divo buzz. Perfectly put together, perfectly centered, running on Skiff thick washers. So this is a knife now that I can kind of push in harsher conditions. Don't have to worry about my pivot getting gritty. Very easy to maintain. Guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate my buddies Wicked Wax. I appreciate my buddies Get Goodskrew. I appreciate my buddies at Skiff Blade Works. All of y'all working with me together. I appreciate Justin, OCD for EDC. Help me make the channel a fun place. Give me more stuff to do. And that's always a good thing, right? I do appreciate you. If you've made it this long, please hit that subscribe button. But mainly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.